Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Saima Khalid from HR Consultants Private Limited, Karachi office. I'm the education manager for the Karachi region. Today we are hosting Birmingham City University live session. Birmingham City University is one of our leading universities, prime partners, and they have given us their precious time. They're online with us, and they are ready to share the experience, the updates regarding the admissions and about the Birmingham City University. Your comments, your inquiries are always welcome. Our number is shown on the WhatsApp, for the WhatsApp, and for the any inquiries you can email us. Your email ID, our email ID is appearing. So this session, this online session is exclusively organized, been organized for Birmingham City University, and our guest, Mr. Charles, is online with us. So the rest of the meeting for the information, this is over to Mr. Charles now. So Mr. Charles, I guess you may please start your presentation, and you can explain about the university.
Okay, thank you for having me today. What I like I want to say good afternoon, everyone. It's good morning for me. I'm here in cloudy Birmingham. We had a good week's weather this week, but it started drizzling yesterday, and then it's raining today, just ever so lightly. Still, we've got natural air conditioning without having to pay for it. So what I want to do, if it's okay for, with the facilitator, can I show everyone a quick PowerPoint presentation?
Oh yes, I believe that the people who are viewing, of course, they will love to see that.
Okay. Now I pressed the share button. Can you see the share? Can you see the PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, we can see the PowerPoint
presentation. And this will take about 15-20 minutes. Is that okay?
Sure. You can start, please.
Okay, so I want to talk about the city itself, and then I'll talk about the university. So this is a map of the British Isles, United Kingdom, plus the Isle of Man. United Kingdom has 4 states: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And so Birmingham is in the centre part in the British state of England. It's about 80 miles, which is probably about roughly 140, 150 kilometres away from London. And it is the second largest city after London. It has an international airport, and there are direct flights, PIA direct flights from Islamabad to Birmingham. It has quite a large regional economy. It's a vibrant cosmopolitan city. It's multi-ethnic, multiracial. We have different people from all around the world here. And we have a sizable Pakistan community in Birmingham. So Pakistan students will find Birmingham foreign but not alien. New York Times, a couple of years ago, well, a little bit more than that, did a global survey of cities, and they placed Birmingham, UK as a top 20 UK city. So that's a bit of the context about the city. Now I'll focus on the university. I represent Birmingham City University, or BCU for short. This is, very much, the university has spent £340 million in the last 6 to 7 years refurbishing the buildings and facilities. A number of years ago, surveys was taken of students about the preference, and feedback came from students is they want a city centre based campus. And so we moved from the predominantly north campus site to the city centre, and students are much happier. So that's our conservatoire. So what's the key component? If you want to remember one thing about BCU, is that there's 130 UK universities. In terms of comprehensive, big, large universities, we're the 7th best in the UK for employability. So over 94.7% of our graduates find jobs or are in higher education, further studies within 6 months of graduating. You compare that with your own university. In terms of what the university prepares people for the world of work, and this is some of our alumni and how well they're doing, fashion designers, chief executives and chairmen of supermarkets, etc. So the university is about employability. It's all about giving you applied knowledge and applied skills to help you in the real world of work. Our education, one of the things we do is we upgrade our syllabus every 3 years. We look at it and see how relevant it is to the world of work. The reason why is the world's changing so fast, so our education has to change likewise. So, without further ado, I will talk about the schools, the faculties, the schools, and some of the key programs the university offers. Moving on. So, business, law, social sciences. In this faculty, there's 3 schools of those names, and I'll start with the first school, business. So we offer applied education, so it also very much applies to the business world. ACCA, accountancy, business, finance, also finance and investment, economics, marketing, various strands of management and business, and human resources. In the School of Law, we do British law, European law. We also do an undergraduate program, Law with American Legal Studies, where students have 4 American law modules, and they have a placement, if they want to, in New York or Washington, D.C. We have a mixture of academic programs, but also we have professional programs. So we have any person is graduating from as an LLB, a law degree in Pakistan, they can come and study an LLM in professional law, which has an exemption of GDL, Graduate Diploma in Law. And then if any students want to do an apprenticeship, that's possible now with the post-study work scheme. They could do the LPC program, Legal Practice course, afterwards. School of Social Sciences, we have popular programs are common like psychology and sociology and criminology. We have a lot of international students who study criminology at undergraduate level, and some postgraduate students study psychology. In our Faculty of Computing Engineering and Built Environment, we have 2 main schools. I'll just focus on the School of Engineering and Built Environment. We have, in terms of popular programs with Pakistani students, I'll just focus on undergraduate electronic engineering would be popular, construction management, and then postgraduate project management, logistics, supply chain management. Those would be the popular ones. In our School of Computing and Digital Technology, Pakistan students who've got computer science, 4 years higher education computer science, could do advanced computer science. Your programming skills will need to be quite good to get on that program. And then the more applied subjects is like big data analytics is popular. Let's have a look. Computer data networks and security is popular. Those who want to work with Cisco systems and get Cisco CCNP. Cybersecurity is becoming popular in the last couple of years for obvious reasons. And people who want to work with like Oracle or SAP would study subjects like enterprise systems management. In the Faculty of Health, Education, Life Sciences, we have 3 faculties. In the School of Education, the most popular program is Education. Over the last few months, I've noticed a number of international students want to learn the PGC in secondary education. We have secondary education in mathematics. I think the reason why is we have this acute shortage of mathematics teachers in the United Kingdom. So if you've got a maths degree, and you're willing to teach others, you could do a PGCE in secondary education with a focus on mathematics. In your PSW, work in the school, and it's very likely the school will help you apply for a visa, work visa afterwards, and stay back. It's very possible because of the acute shortage of mathematics. And that's a little insight. If people want to not just stay back for 2 years, but want to work full time in the UK, think about where the skill shortages are in the United Kingdom. Do your research and then look for master's programs that will facilitate the gap. Moving on, the School of Nursing Midwifery. The most popular program, we now allow international students to do a nursing program. Undergraduate nursing, you need 120 UCAS points. That's 3 Bs at A level. Unfortunately, we don't accept the Pakistan HSCC or something. You need A levels or its equivalent or associate's degree to do that program. But afterwards, after PSW, it'd be relatively easy. The local health authority will sponsor your visa. Again, this is a skill shortage area in the UK. We have a shortage of nurses in the UK. The School of Health Sciences, popular programs in this area for Pakistan. Biomedical sciences, biomedical engineering would be popular as well. And also postgraduate public health, forgot about that. In the Faculty of Arts, Design and Media, we're the 5th largest provider in this area in the UK. These are our schools. In art, typical students, we don't get many Pakistan students would be fine art. It's people who want to do like sculpturing or painting, who enjoy the love of it. In the School of Architecture and Design, obviously architecture is the most popular program. Students have to have a degree in architecture and have to have at least 9 months work experience as a junior architect, go do a master's in architecture. Our architecture programs are REBA accredited. In the School of Fashion and Textile, the most popular program is fashion design. We've got undergraduate and postgraduate. At postgraduate level, you need to be a fashion designer, and you need to study fashion design on the program. So it's a very advanced fashion design course. In the School of Visual Communication, graphic communication, illustration, photography are the most popular. Graphic communication used to call graphic design. And the reason why it's changing is the skill set is being heightened. It used to be graphic designers used to design like banners or newspaper adverts and things like that. However, as more and more media goes online, the skill of graphic designers has to improve, has to change, and have to take that into consideration.
Charles, I want to say that, are we going to discuss the entry criteria as well in the end of the presentation?
Yes, we'll go through the entry requirements. So
yeah.
I'll just speed up. We'll nearly finish the PowerPoint.
No, it's okay. So, it's going good. I really am enjoying and seeing all the departments. And we're offering lots of amazing courses. Very nice.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
School of Jewellery. We've got the largest school of jewellery in Europe. If you're interested in any of these parts, talk to me afterwards. Media course. Public relations tends to be quite popular with Pakistan students. You might say words like data journalism. Journalism is changing. A lot of journalists have to write their story in 4 or 5 different ways for different mediums. Like the Guardian newspaper, journalists would write one way for the printed version. Then the web version would be written differently, and various summaries of that, and Facebook, etc., would be written differently. So it's just the change in the world means that you have to be versatile in how you write. We have a conservatoire, acting and music. We don't get many Pakistan students, or the auditions absolutely vital for these programs. School of English, people who want to improve their develop advanced English language skills in creative writing, etc., tend to be interested in these. New Technology Institutes, these are cutting edge, like programs like Future Media. That's really people who want to work in advertising agencies at leading edge and have that OMG effect, like design adverts in YouTube, Facebook videos that can captivate the audience. And very much you have to learn how to develop strategies for companies. So if Cadbury's Chocolates, as an example, say we've got a £2 million budget to promote our new chocolate bar media online, how would you go about that, and how could you ensure that we sell more chocolate bars through your campaigning? So it's real world learning and development. Accommodation, we have accommodation, security, CCTV, fast Wi-Fi speeds, and most of our accommodation, the buildings are less than 10 years old, and they're all en suite where students have their own en-suite facilities, etc. Scholarships, most of our fees are around £2,000, and I can talk about money issues after this PowerPoint presentation. I've got a specialized spreadsheet. So scholarships are mostly from £1,000 to £2,000, off fee of £12,800, depending on your grade. And the A-level the undergraduate scholarship depends what A-levels you get. If you get really good A-levels, if any of you who are doing A-levels, then we can give up to £2,000 on the first year fees.
Yeah, Charles, I'm sorry, I just interrupted in the scholarship section. Is there any set criteria for the undergrad courses for students? Like you said, good grades. So what grades on which you're gonna accept students?
Right. Basically, our undergraduate programs, we require on average a grade of B, B, C, and A levels. Anyone who has Pakistan qualifications have to do a foundation program, and we can come back to that later. But BBC would be the basic one. But if somebody's got 2 A's and a B, we'll give £2,000.
All right.
BBC type level is £1,000.
Okay, fantastic. Still very good.
Okay. Some programs don't have scholarships like ACCA programs because they're much cheaper than other programs, and this is you pay for the teaching of the module. You have to do a minimum of 4 modules and maximum 6 modules per year. And I'll come to the spreadsheet later. So that ends my PowerPoint presentation. That's the website, etc. Now, entry requirements. I'm just going to go to a website. In fact, I will... Let me just go... I need to...
Charles,
all right.
Yeah, sorry. So before you tell about the fee and the cost, I would like you to tell about the building you just showed me the last, the 43rd slide of your presentation. So can you just explain about the building? It's very nice and state of the art.
This building or the first building?
The 43 number of your presentation. Yeah, here it is.
Okay. Now that's not a building of the university. This is called the Bull Ring Shopping Mall nearby. The rest of the buildings are of the university. This one's not. This is the Bull Ring Shopping Mall. It's a very large, huge shopping mall, and it's kind of space agey looking. And in there you have a lot of branded shops, Selfridges, and there's if you want to spend if students want to spend money, if the rich students want to spend money and buy branded goods, you can buy them in that place. Yeah. And we've also, for a cheap end, nearby there's a shop called Primark, and we've got the biggest Primark in the world. And you might think, what's Primark? Primark, they sell predominantly clothes and shoes, and here's the shocker. You probably could buy clothes cheaper in Primark than in Pakistan.
Oh, first class. So
So that's
I feel that it's a good selling point or an attractive point you can add in the selling points of the Birmingham City University, the locations, the
yes,
nearby places.
yeah.
So
So it's a fantastic university, it's applied university. It's
indeed.
in a city that Pakistan students find comfortable. And a lot of our students who come to us have relatives in this city and sometimes stay with relatives. And I one time had this pre-departure briefing and I asked everyone, why did you choose BCU? And all of them in that pre-departure mentioned they had relatives. And so,
There's a good
so if you want to,
big Pakistani community in Birmingham. It's the second largest city in England
yeah,
after London. So
yes, that's correct. So, so the Pakistan communities in UK tend to be London, Birmingham, Manchester, and Bradford.
Yeah.
There might be other there are pockets elsewhere. Now, let me talk about entry requirements.
Sure.
You asked about entry requirements.
Yes.
So, undergraduate, what we're looking for A levels for Pakistan, we'll have HSSC plus 1 year of the new scheme, BCom, with 50%. So either a 2 year or 1 year BCom to get into the undergraduate program. For postgraduate, most of the students I meet are postgraduate. We need 4 years university education. That could be 2 sets of bachelor's programs. It could be 3 years bachelor's and 1 year master's, or 4 year bachelor's. We don't care what formation, but we're looking for 4 years education. You need a minimum average of 55% or GPA 2.6 or higher.
Okay. And you're telling about the master's programs, the entry requirement for the postgrad, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
55 minimum 55% or minimum GPA 2.6. Yes.
Okay. All right.
And we also
yeah,
require an English language, like IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson. We sometimes in the last couple of years send academics over to Pakistan and conduct English language tests. But this year, because of COVID-19 crisis, we're looking at various options. So at this point in time, we haven't decided what we're going to do at the end of June or July. We're just seeing how it goes. If we cannot do physical tests in Pakistan, then we're going to accept virtual tests.
Yeah, please do elaborate more about this. How can we go about it? How can we register our students for the internal test? Is it online or we need to take a paper-based exam? So you please explain it.
The decision has to be made. If the COVID-19 situation and students can do physical tests and say go to British Council, we may have a BCU English test. Or the second possibility is that there's an IELTS, an online IELTS test. We may ask students to do that program, or another option I've taken this initiative of sponsoring people who do the Pearson test in Pakistan, and if they take the Pearson, after enrollment, we'll refund the cost of Pearson. The only thing I would say is watch this space. And one way or another, we will get our students tested in Pakistan. So I can't give you a definitive answer at this point in time.
Okay. You have shown us lots of slides and all the.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So I was saying that you have shown lots of slides. Those are very important, and I can see that almost all the programs and faculties are covered. Courses offered by the Birmingham State University. In our sector, Pakistani market, in this market, we receive inquiries mostly for engineering students, including mechanical, civil engineering, industrial, and then computer science and social sciences and humanities. So in social sciences and humanities, we receive lots of inquiries. There's a very big market in Pakistan for the law. and mostly people are seeking to get into GDL program, the law conversion program. Those who do not have a law degree background, law background, or those who have a law background with a non-UK degree, they are coming and looking forward to get into the GDL program. So can you please elaborate more about the GDL entry requirements? Okay, can you hear me?
Oh yes, I can hear
Oh,
you. Thank you. I
yeah.
put my thing.
Oh,
So we would need 4 years plus. We need an LLB in Pakistan, and you need to have a person needs to have at least 55% in their law degree or higher, or GPA 2.6 or higher. Now we prefer people with law degrees. Now our LLM professional law program includes a GDL. It's conversion. So a person from non-legal background can do the program. And so if a person has studied law in Pakistan or not, and they want this professional law in the UK, to do the LLM professional law. If a Pakistan student has got an LLB from a UK university, or a British university validated by British law, and it's recognised by the Law Society of England and Wales, then they could do an LLM with an LPC program. Let me just check the name of that program. But for most Pakistan students, they don't have a British LLB. I'm just checking our website, our courses online, bcu.ac.uk. Yes, a person with an LLM, a British LLB, validated by the Law Society, can do an LLM legal practice course.
so is the LLM legal practice a substitute of GDL, you mean?
Okay, a person with a British LLB does not have to do a GDL. So typically, this is going to change in the near future, but typically the way people become solicitors in in England, I should focus on England. Scotland has a different system. They do an LLB for 3 years, then they do a 9 months legal practice course typically, or if you want to do a master's, they do then they'll have an LLM with legal. To do that, or they can do a 2-year solicitor's training contract. A lot of people just do the LLB, LPC program, then they do a 2-year solicitor's training contract. And after 2 years, then they're a qualified solicitor. If they want to become barrister, it's a different pathway. LLB, you have to get a first class degree, and then you go to bar school, and then get a pupillage afterwards. But 95% of lawyers in England are solicitors, or equivalent.
Yeah, exactly. A legal practice course is another very popular program which Pakistani students they offer, and they take GDL in this rate going to, because they don't need any other certification to get into it. But in order to get into the GDL first, what is the minimum percentage needed?
Oh, it's the same as mentioned. It's the same over 55% or over, and GPA 2.6 or higher.
Okay.
That's the minimum.
I think yes, you did cover it earlier.
The law is the same entrance.
Yeah, okay,
and as you said, if somebody wants to do an LPC program, they have to do the GDL first. They can do GDL within an LLM, exactly, and then do LPC the year after.
Perfect. We understand that. Thank you so much for elaborating it. But sometimes what happens in our universities, like the University of Punjab in Pakistan and the University of Karachi, they have very strict criteria. The minimum passing is more than 50% or 60% marks in the grade in the subject. So the students usually get 50%, but they're very good in academics. So can you accept applications and some exceptions? Or we just can
I have a,
get all together all the documents and combining and compiling their experiences, and we can present an application on and just leave on faculty to decide. So is it possible
yeah,
to if we just
yeah.
take the
I had
application?
experience a few years ago. There was a female applicant didn't have 55%. Had slightly, and I argued the case and explained what you've explained to me to the School of Law, and we let her in for an
Okay,
LLM,
that's good.
and she had also legal experience as a lawyer in Pakistan. And so I argued, she's got professional experience, even though she's slightly below the entry requirements. We give her a chance. And unfortunately, she failed the LLM. I think a lot of she had a lot of distractions. She was staying with relatives in London, commuting every day. And she missed lots of classes, and there was lack of engagement. I think there was other things happening in her life. I do know that. So we in the School of Law, because of her, we have bad experiences of because they're Pakistan law students used to the Pakistan legal way. When they come to the UK, they're learning the British way, and there's a lot of new thinking and new approaches. Yeah. So the person has to be quite intellectually sharp. So I doubt the School of Law would accept, but a person can apply if they've got 54%. They can apply. What happens is we forward the application to the School of Law, and they make a judgment call on that. I don't guarantee it. There are no guarantees.
Well, yes, we understand that at this time on this estate and this is part. Of course, you cannot give the decisions. But we also always, I mean, we should send a good application if we think that if marks by face are not very good, but students are having good academic background, they have good English background, IELTS scoring, and they have a very good score bands in grades in their history. So we can always present an application, and we should leave it on the department to decide as per the exceptions, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, so are we going to discuss more entry criteria? What about the undergrad entry criteria?
Okay, just to reiterate, in terms of A levels, we're looking for BBC. If anyone does GCE A levels, we're looking for BBC. And for Pakistan students who don't do A levels, it's HSSC
Exactly.
intermediate.
Yeah, this
We're
is
looking
what
60%, minimum 60%,
Oh, great.
including 60% in mathematics, plus 1 year BCom, BSc, BA of the 1 year of the new scheme. Does that make sense? So it's HSSC plus the first year of a degree.
Okay, so you're looking for not only for the HSC students, but HSC students with 1 year BCom, you're gonna accept for the undergrad degrees. Okay, so what if the student is having just HSC with 60%, so you're not gonna accept them for the grad degree directly, right?
I'm afraid not. They can come and do a foundation program. We have an Avitas provider, BCUIC, and they will accept a student with HSCC. So if I go to bcuic.navtas.com and then look at its admission requirements, and scroll down Pakistan. So for the foundation program, they'll accept SSC with 50% minimum overall score. Does that make sense through the foundation?
So 50% for the intermediate. So intermediate students are able to apply for the foundation program if they have 50%. And if they have 60%, they are applying for the international first year of the Birmingham City University.
Yeah. Yes. So what I would say is, there's an enhanced year one with a BCUIC. So what I would say is look at the admissions details of BCUIC, and they will, like for instance, first year in accounting, economics, business, marketing, they'll take HSC with 50% minimum overall, but so the student would do first year, but they have extra classes as well. But that's through our Navitas provider.
Yes.
But directly to the university, we're looking HSSC plus 1 year bachelor's.
1 year bachelor's.
Does that make sense?
Well, it does, but in by some of the universities like BCU, they do accept HSC students direct onto their bachelor's degree program, not with 60%, but with 70% or more. So if a student is getting 70% in HSC, they're happy to accept without any foundation or any international first year route onto the undergrad degree program. So what do you say about it?
I say you're right. Some of our competitors are offering that, but we're not.
Okay.
That's set in the university admissions policy. I can't change that.
Okay. That is perfect. Yeah. So I mean, again, because all right, that we have noted, but there are. I don't want to take the names at the moment, but you better understand what are those universities, and they're happy to accept the students they're accepting. The HSC student with 65-70% or more than that. Even Queen Mary, I'm just going to take the names, is accepting students for engineering students for their direct entry. So
said we all through BCUIC, they have an enhanced year one, do our year one plus do extras, and just they need 50% on that. So it might be it may be like extra modules and things like that. So I would say I would say look at the website and look at the details about this and then take it from there. It may not be too many classes.
Okay. Are we done with the slides you have just shown?
Yes.
Shared with us?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I've finished the PowerPoint presentation.
Okay. So are you going to tell us something new about some updates about COVID-19 situation?
I mean, the information about what's happening nationally will be on BBC News. Within the university at this point in time, this is our Easter holidays. Just before the Easter holidays, basically the universities has had 4 weeks shut down, and we're teaching our students through Microsoft Teams. So the lectures are still going on, and there will be various assessments. So students have to still do assignments, have to do essays, etc. So all of that is still going on. So in the United Kingdom, the lockdown has been extended for another 3 weeks. So obviously teaching in the university, it will be through Microsoft Teams. So there's no courses that stopped. The university still teaching. It's just teaching in a different way. Obviously, students can't access labs, or engineering students can't access machines, but the learning of the theory is still continuing. So, and examinations will still have, or assessments will still happen in May. Now for September, we'll still have a September intake. We may have a slightly delayed September intake. That a decision has not been made on that for master's students. But it's more or less likely, in terms of probability, that the lockdown will have ended by September, and there'll be real class teaching at that time. obviously some people we might have to wear masks. Students might have to wear masks in classes, and teachers, so that no germs are passed. But as far as I'm aware, any student applying to us, it's likely that they will be starting in September.
Okay. Charles, can you please turn the slide off? I really need to just zoom it out. Yeah, thank you so much for
Okay.
that. We have some inquiries. There's a student named Nasir Hussain saying that I'm ACCF finalist. Can I apply for a master's program?
Yes. Is he online? Ask him, has he finished all his the 4 professional papers? Okay, let's assume he has finished. He's finished the 4 professional papers, and he's an ACC associate member. And if he's in that situation, the answer is yes. We have an advanced master's top-up program in accounting and finance. And if I go to the website, and it's a fraction of our normal costs, and if I go to Master Stage UK Campus, and the fees is for international students, it's only £4,300. It lasts 6 months, and basically a person does research skills and a dissertation, and then they get into it. Now the next intake will be May 2021 for that program.
The course May 2021 intake for the course MSc.
Yes.
MSc program. Yeah.
Yes, MSc MSc Accounting and Finance.
Accounting and Finance. Okay, so is it a top-up program?
Yes, it's a master's top-up program for ACCA associate members.
All right. Okay. And what if a student is not interested doing the top-up program and he wants a full degree?
A full master's program. Yeah. Then we have the 12 months program. So he could do the 12 months program, costing £12,800. So it's up to him if he wants to spend an extra £8,500, where he doesn't necessarily have to, and do 12 months. He can do that, But if I was him, because the thing about ACCA, the professional papers are at level 7. They're at master's level, and the question is, why duplicate? Why waste time and money doing a 12 months master's in accounting and finance when you've covered a lot of the modules anyway, and we can do the top-up?
Yeah, but that top-up is just for MSc Accounting and Finance. What if a student is looking to get into MBA program or any other program related, risk management or some other related?
Yeah. Then then all the rest of the programs you have, the rest of the master's program, most of them are 12 months long.
Okay.
We have like 2 master's programs that are 2 years long, or 1 year full time.
Perfect. So I'm sure that Nasir Hussain has got his answer, and for any further details, Nasir Hussain can email us his inquiries, and we will be able to, of course, explain him further. Thank you so much, Charles, for the detailed answer. We have another student. He's saying that his name is Zishan Dar, and he's saying that he applied to Birmingham University, and he's waiting for his offer letter. His name is Zubair Mughal. So name is Zubair Mughal, and has submitted my documents to BCU and waiting for my offer letter. He didn't tell us the ID, so I think I should suggest Zubair to provide his reference ID to us, and we'll be able to track the application and be in position to tell what is happening with the application.
As you're his agent, I would say is you contact on his behalf South Asia Admissions email address. The issue of Pakistan or We've nearly doubled the number of applications from Pakistan compared this time last year. So, but we have the same number of mission staff and are working from home. And so if you imagine, if all I'm asking is bear with us, our remote systems is not as efficient as the office systems. And given the fact we've doubled the number of applications from Pakistan from last year because of PSW, things are a bit slowed down at the moment.
We understand that. And we are also facing delays. We are still accepting applications. We are processing applications, and we are requesting universities, and universities are trying their best to issue the offers. Birmingham City University is doing its best to issue the offer letters on time and updating students. The student is asking that whether the MSc in mathematics is offered or not.
BCU don't offer masters in mathematics. We offer, as mentioned during the presentation, if somebody wants to become a mathematics teacher and have studied mathematics, we offer the PGCE in mathematics. If they want to study mathematics, then they need to apply to the University of Birmingham. Tell students that we're Birmingham City University, but the University of Birmingham is a completely different institution.
Are you okay?
Yep.
Are you sure? All good?
Yeah, just coughing, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, fantastic. So you have provided all the useful information, and I'm sure that it's very useful session for the viewers and the students who are interested in applying. So we encourage them to apply. Don't wait, because as soon as the COVID-19 situations uplift, we expect that we will be facing lots of applications. There will be number of applications at that stage, and still we have lots of applications. So we are encouraging students to apply. Our numbers are appearing on the site. WhatsApp number is given, email IDs are coming, so you can send your applications and inquiries to us. And I would like to thank Mr. Charles for being with us, and we have covered almost all the areas, and for further queries and comments and questions, applications, we are always you are always welcome. So thank you very much, Charles, for such
You're
a
very
nice
welcome.
meeting. Yeah. So stay safe, stay home, and
Thank you.
take care. Don't cough. Have a good
All right,
cup of
thank you.
coffee.
All right. Thank you very much, and thank you for all the help that HR consultants have made this and facilitated today's event. All right. Have a good day. Have a great weekend.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Same to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.